talk about that Dust 2 pick coming up from GUN5. They've been prioritizing that a little bit. It feels like whenever they're actually taking this one up, they are doing quite well on it, even if we're not seeing the best from Easy. Should Dust 2 be something that falls in their favor? We're going to have to find out after a bit because we're going right into that map. Boys, take it away. Dust 2 coming up very soon.
I do want to say that I kind of remember French teams being usually very good on Dust 2. So GUN5, of course, this has happened quite a long time ago, but GUN5, their individuals are going to be showing a lot of strengths here on Dust 2, as it is an aim-heavy map, not the most tactical map in the world. But 3D Max, I'm sure they completely expected this, and oh, this is interesting. Holding A with a couple of players behind car. This is something that we have yet to see so far, CMD.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like they're both happy to swing together, so it doesn't even look like they want to bait Jocko in, and so far, so good. First kill does go the way of 3D Max. Easy, gonna be the lone player here towards long, but it is all a ruse. The main brunt of the GUN5 roster is setting their sights towards B. That's where Exercise resides. Easy going to be in the pit, but they already know where the main hit's going to come through. Exercise goes down for nothing. Gravity can't exactly hit the USP shots, and will get found. Man advantage completely switches up. Oh, and Maka, who's on this quick flank, gets found by Finnegan. Round is completely falling apart, and Lucky is the final player to go down. And despite it looking like things could have unraveled towards long, GUN5 pick up the pieces and do come away with the first round on the board.
Well, there we go. What we were talking about, you know, the individuals being very strong. And as we get back to Dust 2, of course, we need to mention basically every time that B-side retake is going to be very complicated for whoever's on the CT side. Not necessarily, you know, 3D Max specifically, you know, for any single team. The B side is going to be very, very hard. So GUN5 using that to their advantage as 3D Max decide to force up and decide to aggress through mid. Near will be the first one to go down, although GUN5 took control over long. Look at Lucky. He is by himself for now onto that A site. The smokes will isolate. I think that was Exercise, but the 5-7 could deliver. He starts shooting a little too early. Exercise, though, through the smoke finds one with the scout. Lucky with one onto Selter, and it's a 4-on-2. Favoring the side of 3D Max as Finnegan and Easy are trying to hold on to the site here, but it seems like they will not be able. Easy P250 was dinged and is taken out with a jumping shot out of the Mag 7. 3D Max, a very quick answer here, not allowing GUN5 to get away with too many.
Yeah, I mean, you can see Easy frantically trying to pick up a weapon there. Only had to scout and realize, okay, this is a very awkward position for this weapon. Just couldn't seemingly find a weapon. Think through the smoke. P250 in hand. Yeah, that was never going to be that possible for him. But yeah, like you said, brilliant response from 3D Max. The French side have forced GUN5 onto just these pistols with this lone scout of Finnegan. But a player I do want to talk about, a bit more of a duel, is going to be Maka versus Easy, because like you boys spoke about on the desk, because Easy's had a pretty rough time, and I don't even think it's unfair to say he's probably been the weakest performing player in the last month or so on this side, and we really haven't seen the best of him on the AWP, and rivaling some of these players on the side of 3D Max, rivaling Maka specifically, it's going to be such a tall order for him, but if there's any game to do it, it certainly would be this one.
Yeah, as long as it gets you to the semi-final, you know, it is a must-win, especially from the champion of the previous series, but it is not going to be easy, that's for sure. 3D Max, as T-Time mentioned, on an 11-match win streak. Now, it wasn't all best of threes, it wasn't all 2-0s, or 3-0s, rather, because they did play a best of 5, but although they do concede sometimes one of the maps, they are still the victors at the end of the game, and that's what matters most, right? It doesn't really matter if you lose one of the maps in a best of 3. Matters who gets 2 at the end. Lucky struggling to find any success there as he's taken down. Cielo with the take 9. Long range duel 1 against Maka. Exercise eliminated by Selter. And, well, 3D Max, they answered back really well against GUN5. But now it's GUN5's time to answer back with a weak buy against 3D Max. And that is actually very surprising that 3D Max are unable not to secure the site, to get a single kill.
Yeah, I mean that's going to be the biggest issue for them. We're going to be in a bit of a force by war right now, which To be fair, it's my favorite part of Counter-Strike, so I can't complain too much. But yeah, I mean, you look at the hold, it felt like 3D Max did give up quite a lot of control. They allowed GUN5 to take short without any real issues, without chipping them down too much with utility. And just the run boost was good enough to sort of distort Lucky's aim. And from there, the pistols connected, the rifles weren't. It's as simple as that. They took the aim duels, but the rifles couldn't find anything at all. Barely any damage dealt. So really clean round from the T's. Brilliant response after 3D Max's force by victory.
Well then, 3D Max. Can they continue this endeavor with the 4 spies? Not a bad one though. They still have quite a good amount of weapons that they can fight with. Maka playing with fire there. Oh, timing is unfortunate for Easy as he was getting ready to peek towards the double doors. In the meantime, GUN5 taking control of long. No answer there from 3D Max because the long range duels are not going to favor them necessarily. He would much rather just play it up close when GUN5 start pushing, as 3D Max completely pushed through tunnels and they have full information that it's an A hit and it's a full A long hit because they spotted mid was open as well. This should be just a 5-on-5 brawl on that A site whenever GUN5 decide it's time to start pushing.
Yeah, still time on the clock. GUN5 can retreat away from long if they do so choose, but it could just be a bit of a double execute. They still have plenty of util left, only threw the couple of smokes, and smokes being dropped across. It looks like that's what we are going to see. Maybe hoping to see a few players pushing through some smokes, something like that, but starting to creep up now. Zealo's going to be the first player to make contact, finds exercise, can't double down. Lucky does get the trade, but still GUN5 in the lead, back and forth kills all across the site. Finnegan gets a gift from Lucky swinging into his crosshair. It's all on Jocko. The fly-in Mag 7 finds one. The trade comes through. Celta aware. And GUN5 will deny the force by war from continuing. Just going to have to be the eco now from 3D Max. And GUN5 can take a 4-1 lead, or should be taking a 4-1 lead on their own map pick.
Yeah, you know, as they lost the second round to 3D Max, I was thinking in the back of my head, okay, 3D Max, they look like they got this, but I'm not so sure anymore. I was, you know, right after that round, I was expecting 3D Max to just continue winning rounds, but GUN5, they're here to play. There was a little bit of a mistake there on that anti-eco, but now they're up against full USPs. Finnegan will be the first one to peek in with the Mac 10, and, well, they are expecting this to just be a stack into B, so Finnegan will back away alongside his teammates. Try and rotate back over to the A site and exercise. He could surprise them there with the USPs. He's been tagged down. Cielo will go down, but Celter is able to get a double kill. Now, if Lucky can take down Celter as well, he would be very good, but still. They get 2 kills on a full eco. It's not bad at all. Celter, oh, he was running for that AK. He really wanted that AK back, but it is 4-1. On the side of GUN5 and 3D Max, they bring out the big guns as Maka gets himself the AWP. But it's a glass cannon.
Yeah. And no armor, no util behind it, but I think he realizes that he's got to be on the big green. Got to be able to actually fight properly at these longer range angles. Easy, obviously, one of his own. Oh, I love this. Are we going to see the lower tunnels? No, just a straight up boost. No one is actually playing here, but I love the idea from 3D Max for this. But Easy's AWP does ring true, finds exercise, gives GUN5 the opening kill, and you can see Maka is trying to do what he can to bring this back level and maybe even more. It's a good call. Nice find onto Xelo. Is he allowed to back away? He is. This should fully bait in his teammate here. Oh no! Back turned and Finnegan gets a double. Somehow still alive. Will eventually get found by Jocko, but it's still advantage for 3D Max, and you can see what Celta's done in the meantime. Taking space towards B, playing towards the car. Jocko isn't ready for that. Will get found, and Lucky likely just going to be forced to save. Might give him a bit of a chance now.
Yeah, he does have a molly and a nade. I'll throw the nade first, but doesn't really connect. And Molly's gonna waste some time on a Lucky. He doesn't have a defuse yet. Oh, but the smoke fades. Near up close. You could clear behind the box there next to the car. And oh, it's gonna be Seltzer to actually win that duel. Lucky. Eliminated. It is GUN5 with a huge round here. I think this setup here was very smart at a 3D Max. It was basically the setup we are used to seeing on Mirage, where, you know, they got a player looking in towards top mid with an M4 pretty close to top mid, but he's actually holding under. The moment they start swapping positions, that's what caught them off guard, because Finnegan was already very close to them and Maka couldn't see him. It was a little unfortunate, maybe a little bit of an oversight at a 3D Max in their setup there, but that's sure to improve, of course, as GUN5 once again pistols against them, and this one should be fairly easy, although Finnegan doesn't check his right side. Near will manage to trade. Maka taken out by Cielo, and well, they're falling like flies here with Bitter Eagles by their side. Oh, might be in a little trouble though, and he's gonna go down. So again, a couple of kills, not that bad. They could save this AK as well if they're allowed to. Well, spotted them in mid. That was near. But yeah, I think exercise should be safe at this point, even though there's a lot of time.
Yeah, I mean, great entry towards B from Finnegan. Happy to get traded, and exercise will go down, and this is now just a low HP Lucky. Be impressed if you can find anything. He's playing close to these doors. Maybe could be overlooked. No, not at all. Easy with the wallbang, finds Lucky, takes him out the round, and GUN5 post another on the board. Obviously, though, full buy back out. Maka actually gonna have armor behind this AWP. But it's a great start, isn't it, Pop? 6-1. They're against 3D Max, who, I mean, we do know they have struggled in these sort of latter stages of the playoffs here in the CCT series, but 6-1, and it could extend even more, would be quite a statement to make in your map pick.
Oh yeah, it is insanely well out of GUN5. I think, once again, it's just not something that we necessarily expected, right? Because they are playing up against 3D Max, and they did play this map against Gaming Gladiators, but then again, as T-Time pointed out, Gaming Gladiators, they have been struggling quite a lot lately, and 3D Max, well, clearly not, as they won 11 games in a row. But yeah, it's just, it seems like GUN5 are able to find all the breaches in the defense of 3D Max and exploit them to their advantage, and it works out wonderfully. Although this time Maka taking on the long duel, and he's going to take down Seltzer, opening up the round in favor of 3D Max, and GUN5, they're trying to answer, pushing in towards short. Cielo spotted by Lucky, but he drops down, and Finnegan, will he be paying attention to this angle? No way, because Lucky was not spotted. He was the surprise factor. In the meantime, they take control of tunnels, so 3D Max, they have a lot of information to work with here.
Oh, timing is so good. Are they going to expect to near towards top mid? Well, they certainly are now with the steps. Found the kill here. Easy Orbs. Gonna have to find the shot. Doesn't matter. Maki gets it instead. And really great response there from 3D Max. Timing felt brilliant for them on every occasion. See Lucky towards short. Get some good time in. The players pushing tunnels as well. Brilliant pushes. Perfectly timed aggression. And GUN5 will finally falter slightly.
It's a matter of if 3D Max are able to string some rounds together here, because GUN5, they still got a very good lead, and they could extend that for sure. I don't think they're going to be stopped right now by 3D Max. They will try to get an early peek here with the help of Easy's op, and Joko got it into his blind side, able to take down the Opper. This is again one of the points that we were making, right? Maka being a lot more decisive than Easy. Look at that though. Seltzer and Finnegan opening up a way into the B side, and it's going to be a 3-on-3. But Cielo, he could cut off one of those rotation exercise. Oh, perfect timing as Cielo was looking to reposition. And they have the player advantage. But still, it is once again a B side retake. And it is not going to be easy for 3D Max, as they are about to meet Near's Wrath with Yaw. Or maybe not a raft. That was a poor choice of words, as the nade impact actually takes him down.
Clean retake there, but you do have to think, Exercise finding that kill towards long has made it so much more difficult for GUN5. Even if it was sort of a 2v2 in that situation instead, we know the B's bomb site can be a difficult one to retake. Feels like you give the advantage to the T's, but as soon as it's just a man advantage, that's when it really is very brutal. I mean, I'm not that impressed by what we saw from 3D Max towards their B site defense. Sure, they find easy early on, but rather than playing a bit more of a traditional two-man B setup, they sort of just double up, looking towards the tunnels, and in that engagement, they go 1 for 2. And it feels like you've at least got to go even, but they kept on fighting. It went against them, and it opened up that B bomb site and gave GUN5 a chance.
We'll see if they can create a chance for themselves in this round, as they have a pretty weak buy right now. Once again, the setup in mid. This time, Gravity is not checked first, and he was looking on to lower tunnels. A triple kill for him, as Finnegan is able to trade. But not more than that. And Selter all alone. Nice shot onto Maka. Gonna be looking for some more headshots here, as he's slowly being pushed out of lower tunnels. Everyone is holding this angle. It's way too hard for Selter to isolate those duels here, especially as Lucky's holding down with the op. It should be over at this point. But they are also sending players towards mid, because Exercise, that's actually Joko thinking, you know, maybe it's coming in from the B side. Maybe there's a way for Selter here back into this round. Ooh. It was close, but Exercise lands the headshot first, and there we go. 3D Max surviving against the half buy of guns, but they do lose 2 players. So then again, the economy is not going to be looking all that great for 3D Max overall, but with this double up setup, it might prove a little easier to stop the pushes at a GUN5.
Yeah, all back out for Easy. He's going to be wielding this. Just going to be... does spot one on the cross. Doesn't take the shot. Holding for any aggression. This is a good hold to make. He's so aware. He's done his homework, done his research, and takes out Maka. Orb has now been retrieved. Missed shot though.
Ooh.
So 2-man advantage for GUN5. Jocko has so much work to do here. Mid to B smoke thrown out. 2 players to fight up against. Finds the first. Not able to double down. Exercise with this orb now. Okay, this could be possible. Finnegan at the mid doors. It's such a difficult angle to clear with the orb, but it's not going to be able to be done. Finnegan will find him with the Galil. GUN5 bounce back. But Easy, so aware of that early boost that Maka was going to do.
Yeah, guns for sure. They have a lot of information on 3D Max. Even though they didn't play Dust 2 today, they do have 11 maps that were already played on HLTV that he could look at. And I mean, you might as well do your homework as well as you can, right? Because you are playing for a spot into that semi-final. Easy. Oof. Risky jump there. Maka, of course, very quick with the op, but that was a missed shot. And he starts pushing up mid. I like this out of Maka. But Selter opens up a way into the B side, eliminating Joko. Although that only prompts the rotation out of Maka, getting himself back all the way towards the A side. Exercise with a kill on the Tanier, so that was the only player aggressing towards A long. But Cielo, he's been hitting some of those very complicated shots. They will try to get themselves into short. In the meantime, Gravity finds out that there's no one in B, but Exercise just realizes that his head is off because of a bullet at a Selter.
Maka's taking so long to actually consider short is going to be the play. So hesitant, so concerned about long. Surely he finds one, but they're already so deep that he will get found. We're actually seeing a lot of gunfights being taken from 3D Max, but each of these gunfights are just going the way of GUN5. I don't think 3D Max are as aware that GUN5 were going to be coming out the gate swinging, because right now that's exactly what they're doing, and finished off 8-4. That's a pretty solid scoreline.
Yeah, not bad at all. Could have been better, of course, as we do remember it was a 6-1 favoring GUN5, but in the end, I think it's just overall very good result considering what we expected at first, what we expected at 3D Max as well. Even though it's not... It's actually their lowest win rate map, and it's tied for the lowest played alongside Vertigo. So in all fairness, for 3D Max, even if this one goes south, the second and third map should be looking a whole lot better, but down to a lot of course, the headshots that you're able to hit easy. The opening kill into exercise, Lucky trades out. Finnegan not able to secure a kill into lower tunnel, but it's yellow. So he's still taking the fights here, and 3D Max will try to take the duel to him, but look at Near, he's in top mid. Easy shot onto Lucky. Bombs down on Catwalk, although Joko... It's a very important headshot that he gets so that they will be able to retrieve the bomb. Long range duel, and Joko has no problem with it, and all of a sudden it's equal numbers.
3D Max could be overthinking this slightly, but no, they will eventually go back to short. The A bomb site is an open avenue to there. Finnegan was towards long. Looked to go on a flank, but it's opted to head back towards long. Spots these players out. Gonna be waiting for Celta to get closer so they can look to double swing it, but Celta's got a good timing. He's creeping up the ramp right now, not being held. All on Gravity to try to win this one out. Just the Glock, having to play at range, able to get in too short, but... Oh, that's a huge find before they're really ready to set this up. He's calling Finnegan's bluff. Not looking to swing off of this at all. He's so aware that Finnegan's going to look to push. Going down. Oh, Finnegan jumped over Gravity, and the 1 versus 2 is so necessary for 3D Max to get back into this game.
Ice cold from Gravity, as I was looking at his cam, and we saw the defuse, or at least the tap on the bomb happen. He was not moving at all. Not moving a muscle. He was just waiting. He knew that it had to be a fake. You know what they say, pros don't fake, but as Finnegan went for the tap there. Not a 1 round. So 3D Max with that, they will try to get themselves that much closer to GUN5. While GUN5 do take control over B tunnels and short, they're going to have the info that it's probably an A hit. In all fairness, what can you get done here? It's 3 P250s and a couple of USPs. In a long-range duel against the weapons that 3D Max have right now, you're probably at a really big disadvantage, although Exercise goes down without getting any damage done to an USP. So this can turn ugly. It all comes down to if Tanier is able to delay them even more so his teammates can get here or get a kill, and he does get a kill onto Lucky. Now a Galil in the hands of Selter can deal a lot of damage. He will try to use that smoke for cover in short, and Gravity very precise with his weapon. Selter gets 1, but Joko shuts them down. It's a quad kill out of Joko and 3D Max. They survive against the full eco, but it got very close.
Yeah, I mean, costly round. GUN5, despite losing it, a lot of economical damage has been dealt to the French roster. So they're not going to have heaps of cash. We can see Galil's being purchased. They've got 3 Galils in total. Obviously, a couple of them saved over, but I mean, the fact that they've got very little money in the bank on a round that they would so desperately like to start to build some economy, it's gone against them. Maka, lucky to be alive. Easy does hit the shot. Not a full-on kill.
They've secured long control here, GUN5. They will leave Near to fend for himself inside pit. In the meantime, the smoke in mid is well placed, and they should be able to get themselves into short. It's yellow. Just a second too late with that spam through the smoke. It's going to be up to Finnegan to cover the A side. Selter found by Lucky. This time, 3D Max had a player towards tunnels, so that GUN5 cannot walk away with a lot of information for free. Flash comes over. Joko could have jumped into CT, but he decides against it. 50 seconds left on the clock for 3D Max to get their play done. And it does seem like they have already decided onto the A side as Finnegan takes down Gravity. Joko comes in with a trade. The question is, Nier, is he going to hang on to the long control? Exercise takes him down. So now Cielo has to push up. Runs out of bullets as he's fighting Lucky. And it's an easy decision for, well, easy, to save the op. And it will be 3D Max getting themselves into a position to actually tie up the game. It could be off of this round that they will be able to find 8. So scary stuff here for GUN5. It's not all nice and well when 3D Max are able to string a lot of rounds together.
Really rough sight hold there from Cielo. So much damage dealt to Lucky. One more bullet, he finds that kill, but yeah, just the lack of ammo really punished him there. Lucky does want to take down this AWP. He's got a good idea of it. And being completely silent, Easy might not look for this. Lucky now starting to push and probe, but Easy. Sound cues, give it away. We'll find the kill, so the AWP does survive into the next. I mean, this is the kill that really felt brutal, but nice fun from Lucky regardless, but fine margins just about allowed 3D Max to take this one. Obviously, the map right now does interestingly seem T-sided. And I do think potentially, I'm not saying obviously that's why GUN5 had such a good first half, but it definitely can at least help in this sort of comeback attempt from 3D Max, who are pretty much there and pretty much leveled things up. Just one more round needed, and the buy that we are going to see is going to heavily rely on Easy's AWP to have significant impact.
I think that's the main issue, to be completely honest with you, CMD. I think because we talked about, you know, what Easy is able to get done here, and I think we all agreed that so far, not a lot. And if you look on the other side, outside of 3D Max, right, you can see Maka. He's on the lowest side of the scoreboard, but it doesn't really matter because everyone else is delivering quite well, and they're coming in for the comeback, right? So Maka should start having a lot more impact from now on. Although Easy, he's gonna get himself into a lower tunnel, has some support from Nier as well with the Deagle. GUN5.
That's gonna be the thing though, isn't it? It's sort of whoever wins this, it feels like it doesn't really matter if their side's AWP wasn't having the best game, but it feels like it's an easy point to make if they end up going on to lose. But that's the AWP gone. Easy taken down. Obviously can be retrieved, but that's going to be, or at least in theory, it should be a pretty good indication for 3D Max. Let's hit towards A. The only weapon we should fear is gone. It's towards B. They are still playing it reasonably slow. Tanir is able to get into mid. Could see some aggression. Joko could get caught off, but no, they're starting to make their position onto short. 3D Max are very slow here to actually get out of long.
Oh, hold on. This can actually turn ugly if you're not paying attention to CT quite a lot. Finnegan forced out of position, but he gets a kill even though he's fully blinded. He still have the player advantage here, 3D Max, but look at Lucky. He's on 6 HP. Straight bullet could take him down. He is still fighting wholeheartedly, and you would expect that from the low HP player for him to be the first one to push into the site. Selter in CT. Could try to get the jump on. Nier will go down to the molly. Lucky finds the kill into Selter, and it's all down to Cielo. He has armor, but he decides to back away. I mean, 1-on-4. It's just a clearly easier decision to save this weapon. Hand it over to Easy into the next round, as you will be able to buy. But the biggest problem is GUN5. They will be tied up here against 3D Max. And don't get me wrong, it will be GUN5 to get the guns out. Oh, Maka might actually caught the timing here. Missed flick onto Cielo, but then you know where he is. He can overwhelm him. There we go. No op saved. Although they should have, yeah, they should have enough money for another op. But it is all tied up here. And considering how GUN5 started off very well and 3D Max managed to come back, I think it's just because of the experience that 3D Max have that GUN5 are more or less missing, is if 3D Max are able to start coming back, I don't know if they'll be stopped.
Yeah, I mean, obviously this game did start 6-1 for GUN5.
Yeah.
So we have actually seen a significant amount of rounds as of late from 3D Max. Obviously, coming back from an 8-4 halftime swap, winning the first 4 rounds on this halftime switch. But yeah, they're liking this T side right now, it seems. They're liking the freedom they have, and although things look like they could get a bit dicey with how long it took them to actually burst out towards that A-bomb site, they still stabilized, they still calmed down, didn't force anything. They did take the round away from it, but a leveled up game here, round number 17. The man I think everyone's looking at is going to be easy, but Tanir, you didn't need a little bit more from him as well, because, I mean, he's been excellent as of late. But not so much in this one. Maka, ambitious shot to go for. Does hit the wall, although it did look on Celta there. First kill going the way of 3D Max regardless, and look at what this has done, Pop. Opened up this whole side of the map. The round's probably done. We're going to probably need to see, look at the amount of util we have left for GUN5. This isn't a whole heap, and 3D Max have enough just to probably delay towards that B bomb site, give zero vision to the CT side, and yeah, as expected, Say's going to come through.
Yeah, it's an easy decision here. Just stick to the M4s and the AWP. Don't go for the retake because it's just so complicated, and so that you are able to get another buy into the next one. Although, you know, to sacrifice another player, but it made no sense just because that retake is that hard, and the chance is you are just gonna straight out lose the retake and lose all your weapons. You're back to pistols, back to MP9s. Much rather just save 4 weapons here. But with that, 3D Max will get themselves in the lead, and they have been dictating the pace of this Dust 2 for quite some time now. I'm just wondering, how can GUN5 stop this at a 3D Max? They need to find an answer quick, because if they don't, 3D Max, they're just gonna roll on over GUN5 and secure their map pick, and then move on into their best win rate on a single map. That's Nuke, of course. 72% win rate for 3D Max on Nuke. GUN5, we talked about them. We said, you know, they're very good individually. Team play wise, maybe not the greatest, and I think that's when 3D Max could excel.
Yeah, I mean, that's going to be the issue, really, to find that solution as quick as possible. We start to see some success from 3D Max's CT side. When they started to take these aggressive fights, they started to look for things. We haven't seen that too much. We're seeing a little bit more here. Clearing out lower tunnels is going to give a lot of control, a lot of information to the CT side. So we're seeing 3 players very advanced towards a long. It could be the solution. We're all going to depend on the util that we do see out from 3D Max.
Oh, Molly missed. There's actually going to be a flash, but Gravity lands the headshot. A nade deployed, and Easy will eliminate Gravity. Another flash comes through, but Finnegan is covering for his teammate. Joko with a trade, and Easy, he didn't get a shot off because he was spot on. The flashes are doing the job here. Selter with a kill into exercise. Easy gets one, but now Maka. Does he expect Yellow to be in the smoke? Never. And GUN5, finally they find an answer. Although the duels were kind of forced by GUN5, and I don't mind it. I don't mind it because this is what we were talking about. The individuals, if they start being aggressive, then they can surprise 3D Max. Because imagine that Molly doesn't miss. If that Molly doesn't miss, 3D Max start aggressing, and they're going to be the ones dictating how the duels will go. But as long as GUN5 are able to do that instead of 3D Max, I think that's how they can surprise them. I think that's their way out of this potential loss map.
Yeah, I mean, that's the difference. That Molly is really valuable, actually, because you let GUN5 know that, okay, they are here and they're ready to burst. This could be a perfect time to counter them, make them not realize that we're going to take the fight to them. Sure, it went as a 3-on-3, but as we saw that lower tunnels aggression come through, we already saw the rotations were extremely close. So even after we saw Easy get taken down, we had the push through so instantly after that. Maka just was not ready for. Lucky going down early this time, but not realizing how many T's are towards short. Maka operating as this lurk. And here finds one of his own. Celta, really important kill for Maka to find. Could have been the round done right there. Look how far Maka is away. Oh, I'm loving this reposition though.
it's a good idea, but he lost his teammates. They know he's not here. Could be coming from short, but that's where Finnegan is coming from.
And he's heard
Maka cannot shut down the defuse. Yeah, the round's over. Good shot on the Finnegan. I like it as well, but it was kind of too late for that. I think repositioning, towards the B side, if 3D Max have kind of stopped, or if it happened while they were still on short, I think that would have been a whole lot better. But by the time he gets to the B site, I mean, he lost both of his teammates. The site is wide open, and he's not even going to find the flank that he was going for, right? He gets the kill in the end, doesn't matter really, because he wasn't the first idea that he was going for. So good intentions out of Maka, but it plays out not in his favor, and GUN5 are able to get themselves back in the lead and on to double digits.
Still a buyout for 3D Max. Not the best one in terms of finances that they could have if they lose this, but for now they've got everything they could desire apart from potentially just the Galil on Exercise. Huge fight, and it is this Galil. Move to near here towards long, just drops the smoke, and now he has to make Exercise guess. Is he still here? Has he backed away? There's a lot of space taken regardless.
Max. This map at least not able to claim the lead so far. That's what they're trying to do right now. As GUN5 have pretty good setup towards mid. Some aggression towards B shown by 3D Max as well. Exercise with the opening kill onto the near. There's still 3 players right behind the smokes. And 3D Max slow things down.
Yeah, really good call not to go towards mid from 3D Max. That would have been the round lost. I just don't see how those 3 players in that sort of crossfire probably won't just decimate 3D Max there. At worst case scenario, it feels like they'll at least come away with the man advantage. Finnegan here. There's 2 players towards long. This could be a brilliant call. Easy does find one, able to get another shot off. Finally will be taken down, but Easy doubling up, and Finnegan finding one of his own has made things really tough. Maka missed AWP shot, won't miss another, and Lucky dropping down from the heavens will find Selta. Chaotic round, back and forth kills. Easy, we finally see that hero moment from him, but it sadly is all for nothing.
This was so risky from 3D Max. I mean, losing a lot of players in long here to Easy was kind of weird, and then Maka having to take the duels here and just putting it all onto Lucky to win that one-on-one, on at least distract that player so that he can get to the bomb site. It was a lot of variables, a lot of things that could have gone wrong for 3D Max, and some of them did go wrong out of that double kill from Easy, but it still didn't matter. It was 3D Max at the end to be the victors of the round. And it is all tied up once again. We have been tied up for quite a long time here. They keep going back and forth. But can this be the round that gets 3D Max in the lead? Because we are getting very close to that map point. And of course, 3D Max are gonna be very happy if they manage to get there first. But GUN5, they will have something to say about it. Of course, it's still a buy out of them. It's not the best, as they do have an MP9 and a FAMAS. Oh, but Gravity, he gets the AWPer first. Not able to take down Finnegan, though. And that AWP could be retrieved by another player. That's the near.
And in the meantime, 3D Max are looking to creep their way up towards short. Gonna leave Lucky as this lurk hit towards tunnels and mid. But this double site setup might not be expected. The Molotov is gonna be good to force Finnegan out. Timir holding this line unless it's a good flashbang to force him off. Comfortably. Have a bit of a foreigner and brilliant nade thrown out there. Lots of chip damage. Molotov delaying as well. Timir in a really dangerous position. Oh, how has that missed? That looks spot on.
Yeah, it should have been a kill there. Oh, where maybe he slightly moved, and that's why. But now 3D Max, they heard the AWP is here. They still want to push into the A site, or do they want to change their approach? Molly comes through for Goose. No one's there. Near. Easy angle to hold here. Finnegan still towards long. sure to help out near if needed. Do you have another smoke? Missed Molly there, but it's a 3D max, and well, that's gonna slow them down.
25 seconds on the clock. They've got to make a decision and go with it. Flash comes over. It's a good flash.
Oh my.
And Tanir finds nothing with the AWP. Finnegan having to hold the cross is very difficult with a rifle, and you can see why. Exercise rips him out of the server, and the final 2 players for GUN5, they're going to have to concede it. They're going to have to call it quits and save. They will be conceded the lead to 3D Max, but they kind of need to keep these weapons in play. At least give them a chance to deny round number 12. Maybe even give them a chance to opt for a force buy if they want to. But it'll be a risk, obviously.
I just think everything that happened from 3D Max in short led to them winning this round. I think even that missed Molly was like a question mark for Tanir. He was like, wait, so are they coming in or are they gonna go back? And he mollied short, and because of that he starts pushing. Flash comes over, fully blinded, can't do anything. 3D Max managed to secure the round. So might have been mistakes. Surely they have been mistakes. That molly was not supposed to land there, but in the end it helps them out to win the round. So it's 3D Max in the lead here as GUN5 find themselves on a half buy. Pretty weak situation right now. If this one doesn't go their ways, 3D Max on map point, 2 chances to close out this map. If they do manage to take this one away, they might have something to say here. As they start aggressing through mid. Oh, exercise. Very good angle. Eliminating Cielo. Now lower tunnel could be a bigger problem for 3D Max.
Have spotted, but no kills found for GUN5. A lot of damage dealt to Gravity. Final 2 players on short. Molly's going to delay them, force them back. Oh, this is domination. Maka with the AWP. No care in the world. Bombing through his team's Molly. I mean, I love the idea there. I don't know what he's going for, but I like it. Gets the trade, obviously. AWP will be saved, and map point on their opponent's map pick. 3D Max, borderline of taking the early advantage here in this series, but a lot of opportunities that maybe could have went the way of GUN5. But Maka actually just spotting the mid push was huge. Oh, double AWP in play. This could be the solution, potentially the GUN5 need. Maka looked like he had an opportunity and will take him down. Their secondary AWP of Exilo falls. Celta under pressure towards B. The bomb is here. Jocko's been a bit of a menace here, but Finnegan will find Maka.
Yeah, Maka went for an aggressive play through mid, and Finnegan shuts him down. Now 3D Max. They will have to go through easy if they want to get themselves onto the A site, and well, contrary to how the name suggests, it will not be easy for 3D Max. They want to get themselves onto that site. You can still go to B. They could actually go for a mid to B split right now, because GUN5 they are split as well. It was Finnegan to join Selter on the B side, and oh, Selter, that could be a prime position to shut them down. Finnegan, though, he cannot go down without getting at least 1 kill. There it is, Selter with a double. Nate comes through, and it's Selter to find 1 more. It's a triple kill out of him. And Exercise is taken out by Easy. So GUN5 are able to strike back. They deny 3D Max the first map, but there's still 1 more chance for the French side to close it out here and send us over to the second map.
Yeah, little too orchestrated there. That we did see from 3D Max. Not really enough aggression around the rest of the map to make them believe, make them force Finnegan off of that site. Still, like you said, another chance.
Max, I think I've seen in some of those situations where they found an opening kill, but they were still playing very patiently and they didn't really capitalize on the advantage that they created for themselves. That might have been around the previous one as well, because sure, Selter was behind the smoke, but I think if both players would have pushed through the smoke at the same time, they would have had a pretty good chance of taking down Selter. Anyway, that's done. We're in round 24, final round of regulation. Is there 3D Max winning or GUN5 forcing out overtime? As Near, he's been a constant presence towards long. He's holding for a push out of exercise. Good setup in short out of GUN5 and 3D Max. If they do want to go through short, might have to go through Finnegan and Easy.
50 seconds remain, potentially the last 50 seconds of this map. And 5 not really wanting to take any aggression, but Easy, oh, misses the shot. Yes, give it a second chance, in fact. And we'll take it this time. 30 seconds. The T's are actually really split here. Exercise still towards long, making presence. Gravity gets found from Celta. 20 seconds. They've got to head somewhere. This is going to be probably a pretty disappointing end here. Time is ticking. 15 seconds on the clock. Mac has the bomb. There's no time.
Yeah, no. It's overtime, 100%. You got no time to get to the site. That was probably one of the weirdest rounds I've ever seen at Dust 2. And there we go. Near shutting down Maka. It is 12-12. And GUN5 will have a chance to turn this map around here. I don't know what the play was there. I mean, why does Joko re-peek into an op? You were spared the first time. Surely at least the second time there's a flash coming in, right? Like, why would you try peek into an op a second time around? I completely do not understand that, but in any case, 3D Max not able to close out Dust 2, and GUN5 now they have the chance to steal it away from 3D Max. Of course, 13 is not the number they're looking for anymore. 16 is the magic number. We're back to MR15 now, at least on this map, and we'll see if that's gonna be enough as well.
Yeah, could have a couple of overtimes in this one. There's no team really able to take too much of a substantial lead since we've been after that initial first half. But then again, a lot more aggressive. You can see how much more proactive GUN5 want to be. Now they're on an even slate. Pressure of that final round stopped GUN5 from really wanting to take too much space.
Yeah, a lot more confidence now, of course. As we've seen Finnegan pushed up like that before, but he had a 5-7. Now he has an M4, and he's not going to find anything. Easy with a kill, but it's straight out quickly by Gravity. Selter makes it around the corner successfully as Cielo is in lower tunnel, and it's a shot onto Gravity, an easy shot at that. So now it's 3-on-3 as 3D Max are trying to get themselves onto that A site, get the bomb planted, and get the timer in their favor. For GUN5, they are very close by Maka. Molly to flush out Gandalf. No one's going to be coming out of that. Although I think Selter should be able to deny the bomb plan if he finds some lucky headshots on the jump there. Lucky with the second op though. Now, if they get the bomb planted, having a second op towards pit is very smart. But if they don't get a bomb planted, if Lucky has to help out.
They still have another molly. This is going to be 4 mollies used to try to deny this bomb. This is, like, comical. How many mollies they have to slow this down. And they now drop the smoke. They want to push on this plant.
Ooh, Selters is going for the jumps. Now he is. Doesn't hit the shot, but he takes down Exercise. Able to take down Lucky. And Cielo shuts down Maka. GUN5. They've led this map for the majority of the time. It was 3D Max to take control of it, get themselves to map point, fail to convert. Now it's GUN5 back in the lead. It's 13-12 as they're looking for more 3D Max. I don't know if they run out of ideas or what happened, but it's looking completely different from when they were being led by GUN5 at like 9-7, something like that. It was looking way better from 3D Max. It's a tech pause called in here. So hopefully nothing too serious because, you know, GUN5, they are on fire right now.
Yeah, important few rounds for them. That's 3 in a row. Probably the longest stretch of rounds we've seen from one team in a little while, to be fair. But yeah, just the amount of mollies that they had towards short that they used to deny. I absolutely love the setup. They wasted so much time knowing that, okay, 3D Max are going to have to plant here. Now we take the fight as soon as Mac is on that bomb. As soon as he has to stick that there. Really made things super difficult for 3D Max. Celta winning out on the first fight was massive because that was Maka's closest support. And then you've got the double AWP against 3 people. Both isolated. Not a lot of cover, next to no cover for Lucky. But still, it feels like this game's no closer to finding much of a solution.
Now, as we get back underway, 3D Max, they might have an issue there as they bought a double op in the first round of overtime. So Lucky, he is completely out of money. Mucka's on 1100. Thankfully, our teammates do have quite a lot of money in the back pocket. But Exercise, what an angle to take down the near from. Very tight one, and Easy couldn't spot him. In the meantime, there's a lot of action in mid. In GUN5, they tried to take control over tunnels, but Lucky's there to shut it down. Cielo will try to do the same thing to avenge his teammate. And he will do so wonderfully. Quick headshot onto Lucky. Drops the smoke. To sell the idea that he went back to the side, but Gravity deals with him, so now B side is open. And to be completely honest, 4-on-2, the round could be over. Unless...
It's all about this push right now from Finnegan. He's heard the steps. Not going to be doing anything with it just yet. Easy, very far away. Obviously, more than enough cash for GUN5 to give this one a go. Okay. Oh. Exercise right there for the trade. Easy does find one, but the issue is so many players towards mid, and as soon as they hear that pinball, players swing on out. Maka finds the kill, and 3D Max will level things up here. Interesting thing is, who is actually going to be the one to take the lead? It feels like the CT side was the one that both teams struggled with quite a bit more. So maybe if GUN5 can go on to find this final round of the first half of overtime, that could be enough just to allow them to spiral and take this one. 3D Max, it kind of feels like this one's a bit necessary. Double up again, Exercise World in this one.
Oh. Cielo tagged up at first. Now 3D Max. Need to be careful here. As I mentioned, CT side kind of struggled for both of those, but at the same time, usually what happens in overtime is, you know, what happened during the first 24 rounds, out the window. Anything can still happen. In overtime, you could be surprised to find a team find a flawless half on the side it did worse in regulation. Finnegan can be overwhelmed, but Easy's there to help him out. Squeeze his defensive process, but look at that. Finnegan gets aggressive, finds the shot onto Maka. Gravity trades. Still a 4-on-4, but Easy has the angle towards short. Now this duel on long is going to be very important. Near takes Exercise down. It's Easy to try and stop this, and Lucky, he came through mid, found by Easy, but traded out, and Jocko alongside Gravity will open up the side. They should get the bomb planted soon enough, but they stopped watching towards CT. I mean, could have favored them. That Seltzer, I don't think he ever expects them to be this aggressive towards CT. Oh my, what a shot.
Wow. Okay, big turnaround there from 3D Max to stabilize that round. I can't believe Easy's able to find Lucky there. But the trade was key. Important find to actually secure there. And then Tania getting found towards along. But 3D Max will find 14. So they do have the lead going into the second half of overtime. But like I mentioned, it did feel like they struggled a little bit on their CT side. We do have to remember though, Pop, they did have a bit of a string of rounds together. There's sort of 3 rounds that they managed to muster near the end of the first half that we saw. So maybe this was them sort of showing that, okay, we had a bad start to our CT side, but we're actually not too bad on it. It was just we didn't get to show our best. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be curious what we can see here. Just the one up. GUN5 light opting for the double. Oh, just too easy there from Tania. Gave the kill to Exercise on a platter, so advantage 3D Max. Oh, and Tania. Sorry, Celta tagged low.
Yeah, even if they try to go for the mid to be split now, they have to push through Jocko and Gravity. They both have been they have been on a streak here. A lot of kills between the two players. No guns, they do have to retrieve. bomb. Maka, nice shot at the Finnegan. Nade does blow open the smoke. Lucky forced back. Oh, actually, no. The molly gets extinguished. So at some point, Lucky could just push through the smoke and eliminate Easy. Joko with a kill on the Selter. Pushing through tunnels is going to be very complicated as Yellow is found and eliminated by Joko as well. Easy finds a shot, but he's down to 29 and he needs to get 4 more kills. Also the bomb, but Lucky will shut him down, and it is 3D Max to find the round on the CT side. 1 more needed from 3D Max to close out this map. Once again, they have the chance, and they actually have a couple of chances to close it out. Only they're on the other side of the map now.
Yeah, very similar situation to what we've seen from them already. Couple of map points. Got the chance to find 16 first. Gonna need to really see them put pen to paper and deliver, though. Early A lane, Celta out towards long. Exercise has been pretty strong towards this position, but not really wanting to take too much of a fight. The CTs are still lingering around, though. Maka here towards Car, probably making Exercise feel a little more comfortable. But now the CTs start to back away.
Oh, again, we see that interesting setup at the 3D Max. Another variation of it. Maka was not able to find a kill onto Easy, and now they can't really peek into long because Easy's down in pit. It would be basically just giving a kill away. With guns, they still have to get themselves towards the site. Oh, Easy gets the shot on Exercise. 3D Max overextending here with the peaks. Meantime, Tanir's on the other side of the map. I'm curious if he's going to find any success with a potential flank. They're trying to get themselves into the side. Maka eliminated by Easy. Then again, the long-range duels favoring GUN5 right now. Gravity shuts down Selter. But Tanir can't find anything. Everyone's coming in through short. Gravity still hitting the shots. And they're trying to find the kills here, but it is GUN5 to land the headshots. Lucky turns around in time, but he will be Cielo to get him out of the round. And it is GUN5 with 1. They need 1 more to secure another overtime.
Oh, a second overtime could still be on the cards. It feels like it's been such a back and forth game. There's very little that separates these teams, but 3D Max, if they just failed to win this one, they would have had 4 map point opportunities, 4 chances to close this game out that they can't actually seemingly muster. They are so close to doing so. Exercise giving up that kill to Easy felt very costly. Easy is starting to come alive a little bit more. Starting to see a lot more impact from him as the game has developed.
Well, now this one has to be perfect from GUN5. Mess this one up, and it's 3D Max closing out Dust 2, sending us over to Nuke. It just feels like GUN5 have to win this one. Oh, Selter. Wall banged down to half HP, but still alive. And still deals some damage. Finnegan finds Maka though, but is traded out by Exercise. That was a duel all the way in long. There's a lot of players from GUN5 into tunnels, and 3D Max would actually quickly rotate actually 3 players into the B side. So a B play from GUN5 right now. I don't think it's going to get them good results, but they're thinking about a different play.
Yeah, Exercise is holding short with this AWP. And there's still a lot of bodies out towards mid. Tanir's taking so much space, but Gravity will deny Lucky getting taken down. 1 HP. Exercise not actually looking towards short just yet. Players are sneaking up. Oh, he doesn't realize. Starting to consider it now. Exercise will get found by Celta. 3-on-3 here.
No, I think Easy was spotted. I think Gravity saw him, but Gravity gets his way into ramp. 2 more players left alive. Easy will trade out onto Gravity. Joko from short. Could be the surprise, but I think Easy's holding down this angle. On the other side of the smoke, though, timing is everything. And Lucky's unaccounted for, but he's on 1 HP. Missed shot out of Easy, and Lucky will take down Cielo. So now it's all down to Easy. Swaps to another op, unfortunately for him, but he's going to hit the shot on Joko. 1 HP for Lucky, but he's still able to get the kill. And 3D Max, they secure Dust 2. What a map to start things off here for the final spot in the semifinals. My oh my, 3D Max, that was very, very close, but even 1 HP, that's more than enough to secure a map.
Yeah, just about there, Lucky. So crucial. Nice.
Side of a hail nuke, maybe more defensive plays. Is Joko a guy I look to and say, oh my god, he's going to carry me every single time? Let's find out inside the game itself.
Well, that is actually a big question, because I do remember Joko, you know, sometimes being a little hit or miss when, of course, they were not 3D Max, when they were looking for Org, of course, but that's been quite some time since they were looking for Org. And just going quickly back on the side that we are all supporting 3D Max, I personally do want to be surprised by Guns here. I do want them to just, you know, throw our predictions out the window and just completely blow out this game and not eliminate 3D Max yet, but just completely destroy them here. But we'll see if they'll be able to do so, as Selter is about to have the first engagement of the map, and Gravity makes quick work of him as Cielo's in heaven, blinded up, can't really do anything about it. They're trying to converge into the site to try and stop this bomb plan, but Gravity is planning in a good position.
Yes, trying to search for something. I mean, Heaven's such a difficult area to actually retake. No util remaining as well. Easy getting tagged on down, will eventually be found. Gravity and Joko do have a good setup here. Gravity, though, doesn't even need any teammates, apart from Maka, actually, who does chime in. All 5 survive. Brilliant looking pistol there from the T's. Absolutely decimate any chance of a bit of a redemption arc on that pistol after several to 4s. I've got an interesting point here, Pop. We were talking about Joko, about can he replicate what we've seen from him on Nuke. His Nuke is pretty unbelievable. I mean, obviously, you look at someone like Joko and say, oh wow, he's a pretty great looking player as it is, especially currently. His rating in the last 3 months, 1.08. On Nuke in the last 3 months, 1.14. This is a map that feels like his bread and butter. He looks excellent at every time I've seen him. I don't think I've seen him put a foot wrong on this map. And hopefully for 3D Max, he's not going to put a foot wrong in this one as well. But GUN5, yeah, I definitely think they have their chances. I do just think the odds are completely stacked against them in this one.
For sure. It just felt like for GUN5 they had to, you know, win out the first map. Once again, going back to all the way when they started off really well with a 6-1 start, right? They were looking very dominant. It was looking like 3D Max can't do anything about it, but well, they could do a lot about it. And we just saw the pistol round. It was very dominant from 3D Max. Just the pushes were very well synchronized, and the flashes as well and everything, which is not really all that surprising for a team of the caliber of 3D Max. But just the lack of answers out of Guns was more what I wanted to mention, right? And in this one, it's just a full eco. It's full USPs. Gravity is going to have a field day here if they start pushing in one by one, or if he's able to catch them as they push out. Maka find the first kill, and Gravity will just keep them down and into secret. For 3D Max here, it's more like if they want to get some exit kill, or not exit kills, but kills, especially with the Mac 10, so they get some extra money, because apart from that, the round is over. They won it, and keeping 5 players alive is going to be very important. Although all the players at Guns go down to the bomb explosion, of course, doesn't really affect anything. They only had USPs. 3D Max securing the second, and Guns will get, well, the guns out.
I mean, obviously, T-Time mentioned this all the way back in the initial pre-match we did. We did mention, obviously, 3D Max. Both CCT series that they've been in, 5th to 8th. Which is obviously very disappointing for a team like 3D Max, who would be definitely one of the teams that are coming into this, every sort of CCT that they come into, as one of the favourites. And to not make it out of the quarterfinals once is definitely quite a grim sight. They are 1 map away from doing so. Finally going to be in those semis. They're up against Permitter, which, don't get me wrong, there's no easy games, but it might be the most forgiving one that they could be up against. So they do have a path to the grand finals, not an easy one, but we do need to see them get there, because the last couple of results we've seen haven't been to 3D Max's level.
For sure, and I think we were talking yesterday about how the upper part of the bracket does seem a little easier, although Permita's kind of just
they're looking scary.
owning everyone. But yeah, 3D Max, of course, they're looking for a better result here, of course, for who they are and their experience and the names and all of that. You would expect them to do really, really well into this one, and so far they have. Now, they did lose Gravity pretty early on, but Cielo was taken out as well, so it's a 4-on-4 with Jocko. Pretty good possibility of getting himself into the B side. He's waiting for his teammates as well to join him, because the windows are broken, and he can just, yeah, exactly, just jump into the B side, because that's one of the biggest problems here with Nuke. If you sneak into secret, you cannot get into the B side without making any kind of noise, breaking a window or opening a door. But with this, they will get control over the site, they will get the bomb plan and all of that. Maka already trying to cut off the rotations through fence, and he also have Lucky in trophy room eliminating Selter. He should be taken down easily here by Easy, but it does seem like the save was already being called. 3-on-3 retake in Bs, not the hardest thing in the world, but they want to play it a little more safe.
Yeah, I mean, with no defuse kit in play, with no information exactly where these final 3 players are, it's definitely the smart call. I do like that we get to see this come out. Danae had a bit of an opportunity to find a kill, and he is actually still a bit inquisitive before realizing, yeah, he's long gone. He's long gone. But yeah, I'm loving how 3D Max play their T sides. I mentioned something about the map feeling very claustrophobic. 3D Max definitely do always give that sort of feeling to their opponents, and that's a huge kill to actually get. But yeah, it feels like they take so much space, get people down to the lower site, make the CTs want to take space, but also feel so dangerous in doing so, and that's one of 3D Max's strongest suits on this map. And a 3-0 start. Still, obviously, a couple of weapons saved, so we are going to see the half bar around these saved weapons, and we're going to get to see what they can at least attempt to do on this one.
Near down at secret, but he's been spotted by Maka all the way from Silo. I mean, there's no non-stop action here from 3D Max. This smoke is... Ooh.
This is what I love. Look how aware they are, Pop. They know all the finest of margins and exactly what it is they're wanting to do.
Maybe that was the play. Maybe that was intended.
Yeah. Oh, I wouldn't be surprised if it is. Gravity, he's going to get the freest kill he's ever had here. He wants to get a bit of a deeper position. He spots another player. No, he doesn't. What? Gravity, start using your eyes. So hyper-fixated on Easy there. And I guess he didn't really realize he's in a pretty awkward position right now, actually. So he's just going to go all the way back to T-spawn. I don't mind this, CT spawn, sorry, because obviously he's just taking so much pressure away from the rest of his team. You've got 2 CTs glued to this area, knowing that he is here. So the bomb's going to go down. The round will be won from 3D Max. And we don't even actually need Gravity to take too much of a fight here.
Yeah, by the time they were still following Gravity, 3D Max got control of the A site, got the bomb plan and all that. Look at Maka. He's not afraid of anything. And there we go. Free upgrade to an op. Lucky eliminates Finnegan. And yeah, it just seems like 3D Max's game. I mean, if that is intended with the smoke being like that and them being able to crouch under it so that guns are thinking, okay, nobody passed because we haven't really seen anyone. Guess what? Gravity's right behind you, looking at about 3 players and not realizing that he can be spotted as well. I mean, Selter was surely not even 4x3 here. Selter can see him 100%, and I don't think he registers, right? Like, how could a player be there? Yeah, exactly. So even though it looked a little awkward, all that Gravity did, it might have looked bad, but it still went really, really well in their favor.
Yeah. We do see an early tactical pause. I like to see this from GUN5. Knowing that, okay, 4 rounds, lost the couple from the pistol, lost the full buy. Let's start to actually turn this around now. What's going wrong? What can we do? Because early doors, we're already seeing 3D Max assert their dominance towards outside. GUN5 if they start to feel a bit wary about these smokes, these positions, you can sometimes have to leave a few more players towards that position and not rotate as many more. And T-Time mentioned, Nuke is all about rotations. It's so crucial. Probably the biggest map where it's valuable, but Finnegan's gone. This is the full buy once again. And already the first kill goes their way, but the CTs grab one back.
I think the fact is, it's just 3D Max, their strategy book runs so deep that they can change up plays completely and Guns never expected because they haven't seen that one before. It's just a lot of variables that could just change here on the side of 3D Max, and we see that it is a wallbang on a Joko, but Exercise already on site. He knows that the bomb can just be planted safely unless, you know, Easy peeks out once again, but it's a very tight angle that he's already being held there by Maka. Easy repositioned all the way towards Hell, and they're just probably going to save those two weapons because the round is basically over. Look at Gravity, though. Look at where Gravity is when his teammates are on the site planting the bomb. He's just now getting himself into lobby, narrowly avoiding Tanir, so probably will not be able to find that kill. Even still, 3D Max looking just absolute masterclass here from them. The strategies are so perfect. Guns, they're just so confused. They don't know what to do about it.
Yeah, it's one of those teams where you say you want to learn Nuke, here's the team to watch.
Yeah.
Easy in a difficult position. Flashbang's very strong. Molotov comes through. He quick switches and not able to fire the shot off. 5-0 start. Things are just going from bad to worse. No saved weapons. But I'm loving the deep positions that they're leaving players. Gravity, such a nuisance. Because we can see it's a 3-on-4 there. We've got Easy holding the angle towards Deacon. And just as you think, oh, he can find this kill and make it level, Gravity strikes, finds one elsewhere. 4-on-2. Wallbang is brutal for Easy. Maybe could have given them a bit of a chance. The aggression. Look how aware this 3D Max side is. Not aware enough, though. Like, he does find two. Players towards top lobby. They've got a lot of outside space, so they're not exactly trapped in this position. Oh, the nade actually hit Tanir and still did next to no damage. Tanir wanting to take these fights. Gravity does go down, but the trade comes through.
It does feel like this is the only viable answer out of Guns. Being overly aggressive and getting yourself into positions that 3D Max did not expect you to be in. Because, you know, 3D Max, they have played this map quite a lot of times, and they know what to expect. But if you're being overly aggressive, you're gonna surprise them for some time. I'm not saying it's gonna work every single time, because at some point they're just gonna adjust, like they did in this round. They expected an aggressive play in this round, and that's exactly what happened. The Guns, you know, they still could stand the chance here in a 2-on-3. As look at this, Finnegan. Oh my god!
What?
I could have sworn he gets a double there, but Maka lands an insane no scope. And that could have saved the round for 3D Max. I mean, Finnegan was set up for that double. And it makes sense. You go for the AK first, not for the op. Because for the op, it's harder to hit the shot. Well, not for Maka, apparently.
Still a chance in this round. The 3D Max players are slightly split. First kill going the way of Tanir. It's all on Maka with this orb. There's 8 seconds on the clock. He's got to hurry this up. Has dropped on down, back turned, and Tanir still wins the 1v2 clutch. Feels like the hard work's done when Maka hits that 180 no-scope, but somehow goes the way of GUN5, and what a weird first round for them to win.
Would have expected them to go straight to B, as they knew that Tanir was about very close to them. Whew. What a shot out of Maka. That was insane. But yeah, I don't really understand why they didn't go to B, but then again, maybe the lack of info. Oh, well, that is not helpful. Starting off the round with 39 HP as you're down 4 rounds. Maka finds the opening kill into Easy. And he has complete control over outside, basically by himself. He does have Gravity with him, but more like moral support, because Maka's doing all the heavy lifting at the moment. Nade comes through, and GUN5, they actually have the same idea.
What?
How do you expect that? How do you hit that wallbang headshot, Maka?
Are we? Is this game? Am I one in a simulation, and two, is this just a game
50%.
to show off Maka's highlight reel or something? This is crazy, and somehow it's still possible for GUN5. Final two players are extremely low. I mean, Maka with 3 kills. Some of the last couple of shots he's hit have been so monumental. Celta, the molly, has the hope it doesn't spread. He's in a really good position. Exercise has no idea. And it still goes the way of GUN5. The last 2 rounds have no right being won from GUN5, and still they somehow do it. That's like a 4-on-2 something, with 2 players being near enough 1 bullet from death.
Yeah, those have been very weird rounds. I mean, 3D Max had a huge advantage to start things off, and then GUN5, they're just able to turn around. Even though 3D Max, they still have a lot of information to work with. I mean, yeah, it's just a matter of timing. I mean, you molly towards double doors, yet you swing them open. Some of the decisions here, I'm sure it makes sense for them. Maybe it doesn't for us. I'm sure of that. But in the end, 3D Max right now, they have to... Well, they did force up. It's AKs on their side with a deagle onto exercise. Well, smoke side, I think they start slowing down a little bit with all the crazy plays right now. I think they want to take it a little bit safer. And Gravity will win the duel against Finnegan. That was a must-win, at least first duel for Finnegan, leaving Gravity alive with 2 HP. Even though, sure, 2 HP, maybe not that dangerous, but still, you're not really allowed to lose a duel like that, as you kind of had the advantage in that one. Cielo will get the trade, but Joko's close by, and he's going to get an answer as well. And it is a 4-on-3 favoring 3D Max.
Yeah, we'll be a little bit of a 1v1 down here to Secret Celta versus Jocko, but Maka aware of Tanir's positioning, and that's going to sway Jocko away from Secret. Maybe tried to pincer on easy towards A with this AWP. Still a solid amount of util for the T side. Deep positioning. I mean, Nuke is a map where a lot of the time you do have to gamble, leave positions. Ramp being one of them a lot of the time, but Lucky being here towards Heaven. Easy will go down here. The bomb went down towards B, but it's going to make its way up A. Celta could go in the vents and try to deny this, but that's going to be the only chance of winning this round. And that chance has been gone. One Molotov, and that's all it needs.
I wouldn't be surprised if Celta pulls off an insane 1-on-4 considering the last 2 rounds, but no, probably it's just gonna be taken down here by Jocko. He's gonna swing in, and there we go. There's the kill out of Jocko. And you know, we were talking about Jocko, we were talking about Gravity, but Maka just absolutely insane so far on this second map. Then again, as you mentioned, it does look like the highlight reel of Maka, but as they do slow down a little bit, because things were not necessarily getting out of hand already, but conceding a couple of rounds that shouldn't have been lost does raise some question marks for 3D Max, and I'm sure they said, okay, let's calm things down a little bit. We're still in this game, it's not over, so let's keep on focusing as GUN5 play with the pistols right now, and they will get player boosted up towards ramp, near, up close to the smoke with a deagle. It is a daring strategy, but you can backfire surely. Ooh, Jocko doesn't want to mess with the 5-7 up close, and that's completely understandable.
Yeah, the 5-7 is one of those guns now. And as soon as I say I believe this round can be won, pistols can be so dangerous nowadays. But once again, 3D Max happy to slow things down, take their time. That's what they are going to be doing. The 5-7 not going to be spotted, but the Molotovs are going to give that indication. Back and away, and you can just see Jocko so aware. The util coming over is making some of the GUN5 players feel so antsy and wanting to swing. That's what does come through. Jocko, not the best kill he's ever got, but kill nonetheless. Tanir will go down, the bomb will be planted, and this is looking like a 7th from 3D Max.
I don't know how that misses, to be completely honest with you. Not that it really matters. It's a new SP for easy, and he's caught by gravity either way.
Yeah, maybe had some bit of Draken syndrome this game. Hits all the ridiculously hard ones, misses the easiest one.
It does happen
Yeah.
sometimes.
I mean, I've Exercise will at least find one, but yeah, I'm loving what we've seen from Maka. I mean, considering he'll say it as well, a bit of a disappointing Dust 2 from him. At the end of the day, 3D Max win, and that's going to be the most important thing, especially in his eyes being the leader of the team. But it's been quite a turnaround from him. 12-2, he's looking on top form. Seen some other players have some huge moments as well. Exercise probably the only one who's not really being needed too much, and it reflects a little bit in his stats. But everyone else is having some huge moments. Exercise had a big part to play on Dust. So that's all that really matters. If they go on to take this series, then fair play to them.
Now, GUN5, you know, it's been all fun and games, but they kind of have to win the remainder of the rounds here on the CT side. I'm going to be honest. Like, 3D Max, they kind of seem unstoppable, and they only concede rounds to their own shortcomings, so GUN5, there needs to be something changed in their defense, because if 3D Max get away with 10, I know we've seen some close turnarounds in the first best of 3, or rather, the third best of 3 are first, but it's going to be 3D Max on the CT side of Nuke. I think it's going to be hard to stop them if they're able to get 10, or even 9, for that matter.
Yeah, we do need to see a bit of a resurgence here from GUN5. They tried to give us just a bit of a glimpse at what they can do on this map, because it definitely has been the 3D Max show so far, and you look at the rounds that GUN5 have won, they feel almost impossible to replicate. Because they are just the finest of margins. That Molotov that lands towards Celta, imagine if it spread. Imagine if it was thrown slightly differently, but okay, this is a lot better look. Paneer with 3.
Wow.
Easy with a couple as well. Completely different look to GUN5 here. All 5 surviving. This could be the start of something. Money's actually not that brilliant from 3D Max. They aren't far off being reset. Maka, he's got enough for an AWP. I'm hoping he will bring one out, but opts for the 8K. A lot of teams nowadays, they do actually opt to almost never even bring the AWP out on the T side of Nuke. Obviously, not every team does that, but you do see teams do that from time to time. And I think maybe Maka, he's got a call here that he wants to do with the rest of his team, with the rest of the roster. Maybe he needs to rifle for it. Gravity's double is excellent. The flashbang doesn't blind Finnegan, but just distorts his aim and allows Gravity to come on in and find that headshot.
I think, to be honest, the reason teams do choose not to play an AWP on Nuke is that it kind of hinders their momentum from time to time, or their rhythm, right? As they take down Tanier to go down towards Secret. I think it comes down if your AWPer is aggressive. If he's aggressive, you can play the AWP, but if he's not, it kind of slows down your whole team, right? Maka does go down here, and it is a 3-on-2. Kind of an awkward duel here for Lucky, but he manages to win it against Yellow, and it is all down to Selter to stop this round. Good shot onto Lucky. Although he's on 39 HP, that's the biggest issue right now, because 3D Max, they got a bomb planted. They can get themselves into pretty good post-plan positions. They already did so, actually. They confirmed that Selter's coming in from ramp, so they can just both play in front of the double doors. As soon as they hear the tap, there we go. Swing the doors open, get the kill, and that's it. And I think that's what they're waiting for, but Selter has a different approach. Oh, the doors are actually swung open. There we go. And they both basically... Selter peeks into them, and Exercise gets the kill. So it is 3D Max securing round number 8, and we get ourselves into the last round of the first half.
Yeah, you mentioned the possibility for 10 or 9 rounds, and one more chance for 3D Max to actually complete that and find 9. We do obviously have the investment out for GUN5. No defuse kit unless I'm missing anything. And not the most util on players like Easy and Celta, but it's still a buy that GUN5 can win. They've still got weapons in play. They've still got rifles in arms. Just gonna need to actually see them. Start to connect a few more of these shots.
Ooh, near. You know, we were talking about how he's not having a lot of impact. Did have an impact on that round that he won, so they got 3, but he's been shut down constantly before and after that. In a very rough spot right now, near. As 3D Max got 4 players into secret. Looking to get a 5th through ramp now. Although, easy. It just drops down into B, trying to stop the push into B, but that's not going to be easy.
You can see how 3D Max have conditioned GUN5 to be paranoid about someone holding these late rotations. They spend a lot of time trying to clear deep towards outside, but lucky he is still playing 4 rotations, but towards the squeaky door. Maka in a good position here. Finds one, but the trade instantly comes through. It's all on Finnegan. This has been an exceptional half from 3D Max. Finnegan, very low HP, or 45 to be precise. I can't see a world in which he wins this with no defuse kit. Got to get on the bomb in about the next 2 seconds. So even if he finds all the kills, which he's doing a good job at doing right now, round is already done. Exercise, feels like he's playing with his food, will eventually find him, and 9-3 at that halftime switch. Yeah, I mean, you pointed out a player like Tanir, but when you consider he's one of the top performers in terms of kills, at least, on the GUN5 side, it just does sort of speak volumes that the whole team is struggling heavily here. Obviously, a player like Maka, top of the leaderboard in general. He's had some really brilliant and very flashy rounds, but Gravity is someone I've been so impressed by. Towards outside, feels like he's winning almost every gunfight he takes. So many opening kills from him. We saw him get a double in that round, or the round prior at least. Yeah, he's been very monumental for this 3D Max side, and he's been responsible for opening a lot of space for them.
Well, this tactical pause, I think, is long overdue. But GUN5 just feels like Pissed Around is a must-win. 6 rounds behind, now on the less favored side of the map. In all fairness, they, at least in the 5 maps that they played in the past 3 months, they were usually doing better on that T side. They actually led Havu 8-4 before being forced into overtime. But against Furia, they got 7 rounds on the T side to finish it off, as the first half ended 6-6. So, a couple of dualies for 3D Max is, of course, Maka is the one holding outside, and kind of an off angle with the USP. Gravity in a long range there. Very much paying attention to outside, and for Guns it's not going to be easy to push through. They do smoke up Hut at least, so Lucky he's isolated. Good flash, Maka with a kill onto Easy, and Gravity will find Selter. Lucky eliminated by Cielo, and it's kind of awkward with the positioning right now out of GUN5. 3D Max can't really do anything about it, and he might be in a little bit of a pinch here.
Yeah, Maka's just 1 HP now. He doesn't want to peek on out at all. Starting to get pressured, and the Jawlies, yeah, somehow we see GUN5 turn that round entirely around. But yeah, you mentioned it really did feel like the positioning there made things very challenging for the CTs, and it felt like due to Maka being outside towards the garage, they wanted to continue fighting and continue trying to support him. But there's a point where I think Maka probably just says, leave me. If I get anything else, brilliant. If I don't, we're still going to have a man advantage. And that's the thing, because that 3-on-5 completely turned around when we saw Lucky pushing through the smoke, trying to fight, player towards Heaven, trying to take fights as well. Maybe just give it up and say, we've already got 2-man advantage. Maka, good luck.
On this one, they can have a lot of man advantage. They only have USPs. That's the biggest issue. Although the stacked towards ramp is interesting, it does seem like GUN5 are moving through outside, getting the smokes down, and they will get themselves onto that A site. As for 3D Max, I would expect to push into the lobby. Maybe they can find a couple of weapons to take down. Not necessarily save, because they could be, you know, quickly traded out, but some saves or some kills would be very important just to try and hurt the economy of GUN5. Oh, easy. Little does he know, around the corner, there's a lot of players here, and there we go. That's a MAC-10 going down. It's not the most valuable weapon in the world, but hey, at least it's better than an USP. I'm gonna say that's debatable considering it's armored opponents, but apart from that, they're just gonna try to hurt them so that the bomb takes them down. Doesn't seem like they're gonna be very successful with that. Oh wait, oh wait,
Wow,
actually a lot of
okay.
players going down.
Yeah, that's really bad for GUN5. This could be like game defining, the amount of bodies that actually fell with that bomb. We're gonna see the full buyout from 3D Max, of course, and obviously an investment for GUN5, but the weaponry they're gonna have is, one, gonna be questionable, and two, look how much cash they have in the reserve. This was a round where they should be keeping 4 players alive at least. If 3D Max win this, we're gonna see GUN5 probably have to go for a force buy.
Yeah. Feels like it. And it does feel like it's their own fault, right? Just being too close to the bomb explosion.
I mean, these are the simple mistakes that you just can't be making. Certainly not against a team like 3D Max.
Exactly. As they had a very good first half. Oh, the adjustment here. All of smokes comes through. Maka boosted up by a teammate. First shot found onto easy. Nicely done as a nade comes through, trying to blow open the smoke. Near with a good shot on the gravity, and he's gonna try to adjust, but exercise finds the kill on the Selter. Oh, Finnegan allowed to walk a little bit longer. Maka, they barely still alive, no armor, can't do anything about it, and is traded out. But look at Joko all the way from heaven, eliminates Yellow, and he's gonna find a second kill as well. 3D Max. First buy round in the second half. First round on the board, no problem for them. Openly threeved as well. This time Maka can get himself some armor. He was missing in the previous round. But guns, as you were saying, CMD, they have to force up 1400 loss bonus. That's gonna cost them quite a lot.
Yeah, nice couple of kills there from Maka. Had the opportunity to find 3. And then you never know what can happen if he finds one of those 2 players pushing. But yeah, force buy. I mean, this is what GUN5 have to fight with here. Not only will they be giving up 11, potentially even more. Great couple of kills there from Gravity.
Well, a couple of take 9s. That's all that's left out of GUN5. They do have a flash as well, but it's just a situation overall. It is so complicated for the side of GUN5. Joko gonna be on the lookout here alongside him. Maka with the op. Not able to get a bomb planted because gravity came through from single doors, so it's just gonna be a plain old eco for GUN5 as 3D Max should be able to secure overtime here, or not overtime, but map point.
I'm curious.
I guess they secure overtime as well.
Your GUN5 here, do you invest? Is this a position where you buy till the end, or would you still take the hit and play for overtime?
I think you take the hit. I mean, if you force up and you get a bomb plan, maybe it's worth it then. Other than that, I think you just save here and just play for overtime, yeah. You're kind of stuck. You lost first half 9-3, or rather 3-9, so you don't get a lot of options.
And first kill going the way of 3D Max is only going to make this round even more difficult. As if it wasn't already tough enough. Bit of a shooting gallery now for Maka outside. boosting a player up, but it might not matter too much, as I think they're going to still eventually fall. Lucky wanted to find these kills, being given opportunities. And Lucky and Maka will combine. Solid round from both those players. 3D Max win it flawlessly.
Well, the uphill battle starting. Seven rounds in a row. I mean, from what we've seen in the previous best of 3, they had to take 10 rounds in a row when they weren't really all that far away. But I think it's just a huge difference in the difference between the teams and also the map that is being played, right? Because Bleed, Monty, both of them could have strung a lot of rounds together. Now Guns, can they string a lot of rounds together against 3D Max, who's on their home turf here on Nuke? Hard to say. Finnegan does take down Lucky though, so at least they start that one off. Near with one onto Gravity, and Maka, he has the information that the Near is very close. In the meantime, Exercise not able to take down Cielo, and there we go. Actually, GUN5 able to secure the round here. Hey, they get themselves a little closer, but then again, it's still just a very hard to fight battle here to tie up 3D Max.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen a number of games actually where we see quite a dominant scoreline. One team so close to closing a game out, and then we see a bit of a resurgence. Seen that some of the last couple of days actually quite a bit, but we'll see if we can actually see it in this one as well. But 3D Max, like I said, it doesn't feel like they put many feet wrong. Everything they do feels near enough perfect fundamental CS on Nuke. They've had a couple of mistakes here or there on the T side, but not too many on the CT. And that's going to be the scary part now. I mean, easy 4 kills to his name. I mean, since we pointed out sort of Tanir initially, he's completely turned things around. He's looking a lot sharper, but yeah, Easy's having a tough time once again. But Seltra and Finnegan alongside him aren't exactly playing out of their minds either.
Yeah, it's very rough, and you compare it to the other side, right, where everyone is delivering. Of course, Maka, most amount of kills with 20, and Exercise is on the lower side, but I wouldn't really agree that Exercise, you know, didn't have impact in this game. Surely he had, just maybe didn't really get the chance to get a lot of kills. I don't think he was necessarily one of the first players to push in through outside on that T side. He was generally Maka, or we saw Gravity as well, being overly aggressive. That's why they got the most amount of kills at this point. Gravity forced off of the hut now and in front of Squeaky, but he's not being aggressed upon so far. What is the play here at the GUN5? How do they fight this one out? They did ask for a tactical pause, so something we're expecting for something to be changed. As Finnegan, oh, just there with Gravity, but not able to get the kill. That's a mistake. Lucky finds an angle and a kill onto Finnegan. That's actually Exercise taking that one away with a nade. Exercise once again behind the side. Flash comes through, and he's gonna find a second kill, but it's a 3-on-3. Jocko, oh my, easy!
No way! He misses the shot point blank.
Now it's all down to Tanir. Good shot on Jocko. 35 seconds left, and he's gonna go down into B quickly, but Lucky's so close behind him.
Yeah, Tanir might not be expecting this at all. Towards the back of the bomb site, Tanir somehow turns and finds Lucky and keeps his team in the game. 1 versus 3 clutch. Ridiculous stuff that we've seen here. 3D Max, another opportunity squandered just about. Can't believe, I mean, that was really unlucky there from Gravity. You understand why he spammed. Flashbang came in, pop flash. He assumed they're swinging on him. Quite the opposite, though. If he just stayed silent, probably would have found Finnegan.
Well, GUN5 slowly but surely able to get things done here. Able to get things looking a little better. And with the pistols, 3D Max, they will try their best here as Jocko. Good headshot onto first and a second. Finnegan with a couple of trades though, but that surely inspires some fear in the hearts of Guns. I mean, a single Deagle able to take down 2 players there without Guns necessarily doing anything about it. It was Finnegan to kind of save the day right after. This one can still turn ugly for Guns, and I mean, if you're gonna lose a game, you might not want to lose against pistols.
Yeah, certainly not. GUN5 still leaving their options reasonably open as to where to head. They will eventually opt to go back down towards the lower site. No one actually there for the CTs at all. Gravity could be on a fast flank here, actually retrieve a weapon as well.
Oh.
Well-timed smoke here from Lucky. They're going to have a good idea roughly where he is. Celto wanting to make his way back towards A. This is actually really good calling if they go back up A. Oh, but they're not going to. Look at the time. All 3 players are here. This could be disastrous, Hip-Hop.
Oh my, and he could find both of the players with the weapons here. Finds one, that's bombed down. Needs to stay alive, but he switches to the knife. GUN5 able to get that kill. I mean, the bomb was down, he saw it. It was clear they're gonna come for it, but he thought he had time to reposition. Anyway, a lot of damage dealt still, so that is still very important for the side of 3D Max. Not that the economy really matters, but it's just, you know, not allowing Guns to get all of the utility they need and all of that, but they are still able to do it for full AKs on their side. On the side of 3D Max, mock up, bring out the AWP once again. And it's the M4s as well for his teammates. So Maka, aggressive peek out of Squeaky. He's gonna take down Cielo. Gravity with a shot in the Celter. Might be the beginning of the end here, CMD, as 3D Max find the first 2 opening kills of the round. Here. Oh, swings through the smoke. He's gonna find one, but he's very low HP, and Lucky should be able to trade out here soon enough.
Yeah, Exercise being the one to do so. It looks like 3D Max have found that winning formula, and it was the aggressive early peaks. Information is going to be gained. Finnegan desperately trying to take this fight towards the player on the lower side and win it out, but the nade getting dropped. Finnegan not slowing down at all, still advancing. Oh, the crossfire is so deadly though.
Yeah. It's almost impossible to get through this, although...
Ooh, what?
They actually managed to dismantle it. Lucky up against Finnegan. Easy shot, easy trades though. It's a 1-on-2. Swings out and is eliminated by Maka. It feels fitting, as Maka was the best player of this map. 3D Max able to secure their spot in the semifinal with a 2-0 over GUN5. To be honest, that first map looked pretty good for GUN5. This nuke was not their bread and butter, but it was a good